What's up, YouTube? Flip here. It's my contest entry for DrunkTankAquaria. And I figured out something unique today about my tanks. Well, at least what I think unique. Most of my tanks I have here, I lost count, guys, after about 10 or 12, but I believe right now I have 17 running. I've tore down a couple small ones, but I have 17 of them running. Of course, everybody knows about the importance of cycling a tank and doing that, but there is a way around it. I've been watching some videos, and there's a lot of people out there setting up new tanks, and I know that they have other tanks, established tanks. I've seen their other videos, and they're up and running, and they're going. And I've commented on a few of them and said, well, unless you guys want to sit there and wait 3 weeks or a month or 2 weeks, depending on how you do it, because there are a lot of shortcuts to cycling. Depending on how you want to do it, you can skip it, and that's what I did. I did one cycle. I waited through the whole thing. I did the water changes. I did fish in cycle. I didn't do fishless. I did fish in cycle, and it was actually with electric blue jack Dempsey's. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. I did that cycle, and I was like, you know what, I want another tank, but I don't want to wait another 3 weeks and sit there and have to wait and cycle and do all those water changes. Wait, most of us we've got a fish tank, we know what we want to do when we purchase another fish tank, and then you get your fish, you plan for it, and you do all that. But most of us don't want to wait 3 weeks. So this video is going to be for instant cycling. What's unique about this is I went through one cycle and multiplied the rest of them. Just take media out of one and put it in the other one. But what I'm going to do here is I have a 20 long down here. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. I'm going to take it and I'm going to unplug the 2 hang-on back filters that are on it. And I'm going to show you guys how I make a DIY sponge filter. Real simple. Pretty much material you should have in there if you set up a tank before, a 2-liter bottle. A couple things. I'll show you when we get over there. Just normal things I have laying around. I save all the old junk, airline tubing, even hardline tubing clippings. I mean, it could be ½ an inch and I'll save it because you can bond 2 other pieces of tubing with that piece of, and have something 8 inches long versus, that 1 inch by connecting 2 shorter pieces of tubing and a smaller piece. So I usually don't throw that stuff away until it gets really piled. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys that tank, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to unplug the filters. I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to remove them. I'm just going to unplug them, and I'm going to take them off later, but I'm just not going to do it during the video. And I'm going to show you that you can instant cycle a tank. It's instant. If you have a tank already cycled, you can do it. So, what I'm going to do here is we're going to go here, see if I can do this before my battery dies, because I kind of charged it half-assed. What we have here is my 2-liter bottle. I've kind of cut it maybe about 2/3 from the bottom going up. This is my top. I cut a little bit off the top of that so it'll actually sit in the bottom here, and I also cut some holes in it. So what I'm going to end, I've also got your airline tubing to hook to your pump. Some hard, rigid tubing. I did have some up here, but I don't know what happened to it. Probably fell off. Some cycled media. I took this out of my sump in my 125. And some simple polyfill. 100% premium polyester. They call it fiber fill or polyfill or whatever. That bag cost me about $8 at Walmart, and when I need more, I take the other crap out. I don't even rinse it, just throw it right in the trash and put some new shit in. But here we go. So what I'll do is I got my bottom there, and I'll put a couple pieces of this lava rock in it. And this is already established media here, so I don't have to worry about the cycle. The nitrobacter, I believe it is already in there. So I'll just put a few pieces in the bottom. And I got my tubing here. This is some tubing from an old canister filter. Just some scrap stuff that I saved. Fits good in the top there. You don't want too much of a gap. And it's kind of hard to do this one-handed. And then I'll just add some more media to the top here. Now I don't have a brand new tank to do this on, but I have done it on a brand new tank. I do have substrate still in that convict tank, which has some bacteria in it, but This will work, guys. I've done it with multiple tanks. Multiple, I mean all of them except one. And I just take my polyfill here and stuff her in there all nice. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. Let me see if I can set this down and show you guys. Alright, that looks pretty good. I can tuck it in there a little bit more, but basically, you know, you got your regular old stuff here. You take your airline tubing and you stick it on top, you hook it to your air pump. You don't want this to go all the way down. You want this, the airflow to come back up this tube. You get the uplift from the air bubble, water comes up with it. Water gets drawn down through your poly fiber here. You know, a little bit of mechanical filtration, some biological filtration. And goes down and back up the tube and out, and there's your filter. So what I'm going to do here is take it over to this tank here. This is my convict tank, and I still have the two HOBs running, but I'm just going to unplug them in a second. Let's see. Go ahead and set her in the tank, let her get some water in it. Oh. Alright, there's my sponge filter. Now, don't forget the most important part of this. There we go. I got everything hooked up back here, so what I'm going to do is these two hang-on backs here are definitely established, but I'm going to show you guys. Unplugged it, drained. That one's out. And that one's out. No more, just a sponge filter. And I will come back in a day or two. I won't add anything to the tank, no Biospira, none of that crap. But like I said, guys, another way to do this is you can take your media, if you get a new filter, you know, an established filter, whatever, and you got your little, you know, your intake. Let's see if we can get to a tank here with the intake. Here we go. Intake there, and basically see how that one's low. You take your media and you just set it up underneath the cup so it draws the water across the media. You can poke some holes in the side and do that. Or you can also, let's see here, across top here, this polyfill shit that I was telling you about. This nasty brown shit right here, don't throw that away. That's your next tank. If you get a brand new tank, go get your new filter, take this shit right out, put it in the new one. It'll be all cloudy brown, like you see I kind of stirred that shit up. It'll get all in there, get up in your substrate, do all its good stuff, start hooking it up. But like I said, this tank, bought out of the blue. She brought it home. She had the fish in a bag and she's like, let's just instant cycle it, and that's what we do. So that's it, guys. This is my entry there for DrunkTankAquaria, and that's the unique thing about my tanks. Not just one, but all of them. There was just one, which was a 20-gallon, which was this one when I started. But I've swapped a lot of filters, moved filters, bought filters, you know. Some of my older videos, look at my Pike video, I have two filters running on the back and one hanging on the front, which was a not clear 110. That's what seated my 75s for the bedroom for the Feste, and I just added another one in there, let it run with the other one that was already cycled, and that was good. And you can also take a sponge filter, tuck it in the back of one of your tanks now, keep an empty 10-gallon wherever up underneath something empty, and you get a sick fish, you get a new fish. You have a cycled sponge filter that's already in your tank that you don't need, it's just there to keep cycled, and you just take, you know, fill the empty tank up halfway full of water, take your little sponge filter out, put it in the new tank, and there's your quarantine. Let that roll. You can treat it, do whatever you need to do.
run the carb in, and then you can take your filter out, especially if it's something sick, quarantine. Take it completely out, redo it, make a new one, clean it, do what you need to do. It's cheap. It's a 2-liter bottle and some old media. And you can recycle it in the tank. You can run 2 of them at a time, so you can have 2 of them if you need to. If you get a sick fish and then one that got beat up and you want to put them in the same tank, same deal. These things are so cheap to make. I know they're not the best looking thing, but guys, I don't think all of us are rich and we can't go out and buy filters all the time, so sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But that's a unique thing about my tanks, and I hope you guys learned something about this. And you can skip your cycles. I understand if you guys want to do it, if you enjoy testing, you know, water chemistry and stuff like that. But I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, I can't wait for my cycle to finish. I want to add fish." Well, guess what? I can add as many fish as I want into this tank right now because of that filter. And my hang-on backs that have been on this tank are gone. I have 2 less things plugged in, and they're all plugged up to the same system. This one and this one only have the heaters plugged in, the one air pump, and the lights, of course. But that's it. You know, so I'm saving a little bit of money there. Pretty much a free filter, and that's it. That's a unique thing about my things. Hope you guys enjoyed.